Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 24th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this in your current general energies. You have this card that says, use money magic spells to increase wealth and prosperity. And you also have the solitude card. It says, retreating into your own private world to find answers. So it could be a little bit more of a withdrawn week for you here, Aquarius. We'll see what's going on. I do think we are in a time of heightened manifestation. So, anything you can do to use your powers of manifestation or whatever would be a really good idea. You have the devil, the Seven of Swords, and the Chariot. So you could be removing something toxic from your life or something that has, caused a bunch of problems in your life. It doesn't even have to be a person. It could be a habit. It could be a person. It could be a job that you don't like. It could be anything. But to me, this looks like you charging away from the devil and being victorious. The Chariot is all about being victorious or kind of like winning in some way. And, the devil is something that maybe had a hold over you for a long time. Even the Seven of Swords would kind of represent sneaking away from something. He is sneaking away from the army that's in the background over here, and he's stealing their swords. So for a lot of you, if you have been, it's kind of weird how I read, because I do, I label each row, but I really do past, present, future, outcome as the last row. And, this could be something that has already happened, that you've already done in the past, where you kind of snuck away from something, or you were almost, it's like sometimes I feel when I get a setup like this, that it's saying you were trying to, get out of a situation without causing a big problem. And, that's kind of what I feel here, is that some of you have walked away from something and you've done it like successfully without causing any other extra issues. Or maybe this was a fear, right? Maybe you were fearing that if you left a job or left a person that it would cause a problem. I say that because we also have two sevens, and two sevens in the tarot is kind of like internal fears that don't exist. So it could represent a fear of like retribution from a person, or you could have been fearing that this person would, cause a problem in your life or something if it was a person, and then you kind of like got out of the situation. So I kind of feel like I'm just telling you something that you already know here, Aquarius. For others, like I said, this could be you conquering some sort of like bad habit in your life or something else that caused problems. We see the Chariot. The Chariot is also a card of manifestation. He has those stars in the canopy above him, and he has those moons on his shoulders, and it literally represents as above, so below. So it would be a great time for you to kind of use your powers of manifestation, like I said. I also feel like the universe is trying to lead you towards something, but it's like you don't see it yet. We go Seven of Pentacles to the King of Swords. Sometimes I feel also that the King of Swords is not exactly clear on the transformation that he's making in his life. He has these butterflies behind him on his throne, and butterflies, they represent transformation or going through some sort of change. But usually the King of Swords has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to make a change, but he might not be doing it. And I say might not because you actually do have a lot of movement here, so we're going to have to clarify and see what comes up. With the Devil, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this was about a heart-based decision right here. So you made a heart-based decision maybe to walk away from something, and you could be walking towards love. I mean, you have the King and Queen of Cups here, which, they are divine counterparts. So you could, walking away from whatever you walked away from, even going this way, we have Seven of Pentacles. It's like you learned everything you could from something. He's looking at all these pentacles that he's already grown. And then you go to the Five of Swords, which is like taking a risk of walking away from something. So there you go. With the Seven of Swords, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like whatever this situation is, I'm still not even sure exactly what's going on here, but what I would say is I think that this helped you develop strength. And so, again, if you have walked away from something, I would say over the past couple years that required a lot of strength, or, where you were hoping that there wouldn't be some sort of, retribution or punishment, I feel like this helped you develop a lot of strength. We also see three kings here. So we're just missing one king to have the Emperor. And again, this, I think that is also kind of talking about the strength that you're developing, the fact that we have three kings. I don't know, it's kind of popping into my head that way, that you have learned, all these different energies, and now you are implementing those energies into your life. We are in a visionary time as well, and kind of just like a little bit of a side note here, Aquarius. Pluto moving into Aquarius, I would be trusting your, visionary, futuristic ideas, because that's what's going to make you very successful, over the next 20 years. With the Chariot, you have the Justice card. Yeah, we definitely see justice in this situation, whatever this is. So, you're bringing your life back into balance with the Justice card. I also feel that the Justice card is saying that you made the right decision. So, for those of you, like, if you're thinking, oh, like, did I make the right decision leaving this job and looking for something better, or, leaving this person? I think the answer is yes, is basically what that Justice card is saying. Next, for in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Take a Leap of Faith. I'm pretty sure for like the past 2 months, you've been getting cards that pretty much all say take a leap of faith. You have this Buffalo Spirit says the abundant universe will provide. And, I think a lot of people are feeling this right now where it's like what they're doing in life is maybe not working as well as they wanted to. And the universe is trying to get people to like evolve or change or take a leap of faith. And so it's a little scary because it's almost like you have something right here, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a result. He has grown those pentacles, so he is getting something from whatever it is that he's working on. And again, I think a lot of people feel like this right now, where it's like you're doing work, maybe in like work or business, you're getting a result, so it's like providing something for you, but there just could be bigger opportunities, is what I feel like the universe is saying. But at the same time, it's like, why would you leave an opportunity that's providing something for the chance that something else could be better? I think that's the fear that is popping up for everyone. And again, I'm not suggesting you just like up and quit your job, right? I would get something first and then quit. But, like I said, I think that there are better opportunities for you pretty much in all areas of your life. But I think that these opportunities are going to require you to, take a risk or take a leap of faith, especially with 2 7s showing up here. And we see a lot of transformation here as well. I mean, these two cards, Temperance, transformation, King of Swords, transformation as well. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, and we see the difficulty in the first row. So I feel that there could be good things coming in for you after a difficult period of time. Could be love for some of you. I mean, you have the Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. We'll see what else comes up. But, I also feel, I'm wondering if, again, if you're looking for love, what I will say is that we have the Temperance card. It's like these two cups are being mixed together, and then we have the Two of Cups. So I'm wondering if either you are being prepared for love, or you're like warming up to the idea of opening up to love, or if this is the other person, whoever the other person is like being warmed up to the idea of a connection. You have the Four of Swords, and Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. Again, I would be recharging your batteries as much as possible this year. We have Mars going retrograde in your opposite sign towards the end of the year, and that'll be in Leo, of course. And so I feel that before a Mars retrograde, it's always a good idea to kind of do things to stay healthy, do things to get extra energy, because that can carry you through the Mars retrograde energy. I would also say with Mars retrograde, it's a great time to start whatever you're thinking about starting, before we get to the retrograde. That way, you're starting it before the Mars retrograde, and then you'll have the energy to do it. So let's see. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. I do feel like there's something financial going on here. Like I said, it's like you have that thing in your life that provides for you financially, but there's something better. I really don't have any other advice for you other than I would get started on whatever you're thinking about starting. Or, again, if you're thinking about looking for something new, I would start looking and kind of start planting those seeds right here with the Seven of Pentacles. Because I think that, if you find something now, it'll be better. And also, there's like a lot more growth. I also feel like there's a lot more change that could come from, like getting that new job. And I want to stress that I'm not saying you have to get a new job. If you're happy at your job, then this message is not for you. But again, if you want change, if you want something different, this is saying to me that there's something different. And same thing if you have a business as well. It's like if you want something better or different, then make those changes. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords. I'm hearing the words like there's nothing else I could have done or something like that. I feel like for some of you, you did do as much as you could, in a situation, whether it's love or otherwise. And I do feel like it's true. It's almost like, you feel like, to me, you feel like you're at a loss or something. Maybe you feel like you put as much as you could into a person, and it's making you like hesitate on a new person, right? Because you're like, well, I did my best with this person. It's like, what is going to change with a new person? But I think you need to realize that, if you are looking for love, a new person is completely different. Two of Cups is usually two people who are very different. They are meant to look different. because they come from two different worlds, the two people on the Two of Cups. And so it can represent a person who's like different than your usual type. Everybody gets this. The only love readings I've ever done on this channel was in like 2021 or 2022. I can't remember. But what I would say is everybody in those readings had the Two of Cups. With the Four of Swords, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, this would be like recharging your batteries through people. And so I think that, taking advantage of those opportunities to like socialize, spend time with people who matter to you, and also make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who lift you up with that Devil card, not people who drag you down. I think that will be very beneficial for you here as well, Aquarius. But, again, a great way to recharge is to like socialize, especially if it's fun for you, having fun, celebrating. But the Three of Cups kind of says you're about to be celebrating some sort of harvest, and I do feel there could be a harvest coming in here. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Voyage card and this Gateway card. Yeah, you're about to go through a big change. I definitely feel that. I mean, the King of Swords, the Temperance card, even that Five of Swords could say that you're about to take a risk and go on some sort of journey. But again, the Gateway card, there's a unicorn there. So you could be discovering some sort of unicorn in your life. But it says you have to cross through that threshold. You have to like take the risk, the leap of faith, like that Grasshopper card says, and you have to go on the journey to be successful. It's like sometimes I think, I don't really know how to say what I want to say, so this is going to sound stupid, I promise. But what I would say is sometimes I feel like people say like, oh, I want to go start this project, or oh, I want to, move to Africa or something like that. But then they immediately tell themselves like all the reasons, that it wouldn't work. But if they would just get started, I feel like what this card is saying is that if they would just, buy the plane ticket to Africa, or if they would just start learning about it, even just like taking the steps to educate themselves on like what they would need to do to be able to do it in the first place, then the universe would lift them up. You can see there's this whale lifting up this other whale. And it's almost like saying to me in your reading that if you would just take like the first steps, the universe will do the rest of the work. But, a lot of people stop themselves before they take those first few steps. So take the steps here, Aquarius. I feel like this is you. I mean, King of Swords could be you, Aquarius, showing up in a very strong position. This puts you in a position of power and strength. I do feel like he is talking about the change that needs to happen. I also feel he's talking about all the knowledge and wisdom. It basically says you've learned everything you need to learn to make something a success that you want, but you have to, again, take that first step. Same thing with the Temperance card. He is trying to maybe perfect a situation. He's pouring the water back and forth between those two cups, trying to turn water into wine. But there's this path right here with this glowing crown. It's the path to glory. And if he would just take the steps onto that path, he would be successful, right? But he has to take the first step. And I feel like this reading is kind of talking about like taking that first step, or kind of stepping off on that new journey or the new path behind you. And I think doing that is going to make you very successful, like I already said. So I would start taking those steps with the Temperance card. I also do think that going this way, that again, either if you are looking for love, that something is being prepared for you. This could also be your higher self. The Two of Cups I read as you and your higher self, like communicating with yourself. And your higher self could be trying to guide you towards something that you will love. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a job. It could be, something that some sort of activity, something that you're going to be doing. You have the Five of Swords. Again, I do think you walked away from the Devil, or something that had a hold over you. The Five of Swords, though, is really a card of winning at all cost. This guy is the winner, but basically at all cost. We could also say that, some people say that these three people here are all the same person, but they're just at three different stages of battle. At first they just were a loser. They just lost, right? Next, they learned how to kind of deal with loss, and now they've learned how to be a winner. And I kind of feel like that's going on here for you. It's like you've learned how to win, or you've learned what winning actually looks like. And sometimes winning looks like walking away, right? So I feel like for some of you, it's like you've learned what winning is actually for you, or what it looks like for you. And sorry, I just woke up and I have butterfingers, so I can't shuffle this deck here, Aquarius. I haven't had a gallon of coffee yet. So let's see. With the King of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is kind of like a card of seeing results for your work. And I do like readings that go from Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. It kind of suggests that your hard work is paying off, that you're going to start seeing results for everything that you've been working on. With the Temperance card, you have the Five of Swords again. Yeah, it's time to take the risk to get off on this path here. It's time to start taking those steps so that it's time to take a leap of faith. Let's say that. With the Five of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. Personally, I like the Ten of Wands. Normally, the guy on the card is about to reach his home in the background. So again, it kind of suggests that a tough journey is coming to an end, or you're about to have a harvest with all the work that you've done. The guy on the card, he is carrying his harvest. He is carrying those wands, which he planted, and now he has that the home behind him or in front of him, and he's about, if he doesn't give up, if he keeps pushing forward, he's about to have a harvest. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says, step outside a comfort zone. There you go. You have this new moon in Leo. It says, confidence is your key to success. I think we said something about confidence with the King of Wands. So I think that you moving forward and being confident is going to be the key to your success. But I also feel like taking a risk is where it's at for you. So, taking some sort of leap of faith. You have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Cups. Definitely could be a solid connection coming in for you. It could be a Leo. You have a ton of Leo here. Or, it could be a person who has a lot of courage or confidence as well. I feel like you two, this could start out as communication. I'm pretty sure I said this in your last reading as well, that, kind of looked like to me that you are meeting a person and maybe, it's like, I feel like you meet them, but maybe it just is kind of like one of those things where you're like warming up to each other. You just start communicating or whatever. I don't know. Take it how it resonates, right? I would also say that, it's probably a perfect match with the Two of Cups. There is a difference here. I mean, again, these two are very different. And when we meet a person who's different than our usual type, usually we have to learn things. And that could be why there's a lot of communication here. Looks really good, though. I mean, you have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups would be a really solid offer. It would be something that brings you peace as well. There's this dove right here. So the dove kind of says that, this could be something that brings a lot of peace and happiness into your life. I also feel this could be something about flow. I'm pretty sure that I titled one of your last readings, not the last one, but like a couple readings ago. There was something in that reading that was talking all about you entering into this like flow state where things flow better for you. And I'm wondering, and maybe I did say it in your last reading as well. It seems to be like a, repeat message for you. That, doing that, I think things that are going to work are going to work. Things that are not going to work are not going to work. I know that sounds obvious, but it's like sometimes we start something and it kind of works, it kind of doesn't, and it just a little bit of tweaking, we can get it to work. I think that flow should be your guide. The things that work, just keep doing those things. The things that are not working, they are interrupting your flow. I would get rid of those things. You have the King of Cups. Could be a person that you're attracting, King of Cups type person. Probably someone who's very has very deep emotions. The King of Cups is not emotional, though. He's, this is not a person who's going to be crying on your shoulder every single day. This is a person who has explored their emotions and they know how to express their emotions in a healthy way. Again, this person might even, sometimes I think that the King of Cups comes off as having no emotions, but it's not that he doesn't have emotions. It's just that he has explored his emotions so deeply, and I'm saying he, but this could be whatever gender you're into. He's explored his emotions so deeply that he just doesn't express them like most people, right? With the Two of Cups, you have the Five of Wands here. We have 555 right here. 555. And I feel that 555 is a big change number, and we see a lot of change in this reading. So there's clearly some sort of change. The Five of Wands also would represent conflict or competition. You could be attracting a person where there is a lot of competition for the person, or maybe you think that there is. But, again, I think there's a difference between, I just said this to someone else. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Cancer or something. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. What I would say here is that there could be competition, but there's a difference between a person who does it, takes advantage of the competition or is always, dating the competition, and a person who doesn't. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Death card. Big change. The whole entire reading is saying that you're taking a leap of faith, towards a big change that is probably going to lead to more flow. I feel like you just need to get started with the Temperance card. I don't normally feel that on the Temperance card, but I do in your reading. I kind of feel like it's saying, like, what are you waiting for? It's like, are you going to wait till the cows come home, or are you going to wait for the second coming of Christ, or what here? With the King of Cups, you have the Hermit. You could be attracting a hermit type person, like a person who really protects their energy, a person who is more like of a homebody type of person. I also feel that, I'm wondering if you're like, if you see someone's light or vice versa. It's like a person, if you're meeting a person, they could see the light in you. The hermit, he has the light in the lantern, and he needs to like shine that light out all over the place. So I kind of feel that here as well. Even if you don't want love, and even if you do, I think for all of you, I mean, literally, Pluto entering into Aquarius is for you shining your inner light. So I think you need to, show the world what you're made of here, Aquarius, especially if you have like been developing a skill, or if you think you should, be a leader or something like that. Like, I would go do those things because that's what you're supposed to do. You have this great good fortune card. Love it. Could be good fortunes coming in for you. Very lucky time. You have this needle and thread. It says a sincere wish will be granted. Yeah, if you're making a wish, then you could be getting something that you wish for. You have this funnel. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Probably the first row. So because I get the feeling that you've learned your lessons, King of Swords, and now you're becoming more specific. You have this bag. It says something important, such as a new job or a raise. Are you kidding? The whole entire reading was literally about that. So there you go. And you have this hammock. It says take a vacation, physically or mentally. We see travel a lot here. So, if you're taking a vacation or traveling or recharging your batteries, that would be a good idea. But I love this reading for you. It looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.